See these motherfuckers? These low-life motherfuckers? These chicken shit motherfuckers? They don't want to talk to somebody where they might use their own words to condemn themselves.
How may I help you?
Yes, I'd like to talk to somebody about serious cop crimes as of June 7th, 2016 at the Florida Department of Law Enforcement.
See, here's the thing. They don't consider it a serious cop crime when a cop alters, destroys, or conceals a complete investigation. They don't consider it a serious cop crime except when it happens to be done to somebody who's got fucking connections. Otherwise, they fucking don't give a shit.
I'm calling to Tallahassee. I'm not calling from my city because I'm not getting any kind of results from my city because the city is covering up the dirty cop crimes.
Sir, we have branches of FDLE throughout the city.
Why do you? Let me ask you something. Why do you have your branch over in Tallahassee? What the hell's that for? Now I want to talk to somebody about cop crimes.
Hold on just a moment. I'm your security analyst. What about the law enforcement?
Yes, who am I speaking to, please?
My name is Whitney. What is your name, sir?
I am afraid to give my name because I'm trying to report cop crimes. You're Whitney Williams, right?
Yes, sir.
With the Executive Investigations of Florida Department of Law Enforcement, right?
Yes, sir.
I would not wish this on you. I am a person under whistleblower status.
Now, you notice all this echoing that's going on. I've already called my provider, spent over 5 hours trying to find out if my fucking phone is being tapped, monitored, recorded. They don't say a motherfucking thing. Oh, I'm sure either it's the FBI, the bumbling idiots are probably doing it, and also the goddamn fucking Florida Department Law Enforcement, fucking dumb lying idiots is probably fucking doing it. They probably consider me, you know, a real threat. You mean to expose their corruption and everything like that, their incompetence, their lying, their cheating and everything like that?
I am trying to clean up the dirty cops.
Okay.
And
you mind not yelling at me? It's hard for me to hear it.
I'm sorry, Whitney Williams. How long you been with Florida Department of Law Enforcement, Whitney?
Long enough, sir.
Now, see there? Long enough. That don't mean a motherfucking thing. I swear to God, I think they've got a board that they look at when they make a fucking phone call. And there's these excuses like, the cops have to determine it. Long enough. They must have a great big posters up. Never admit and never commit.
Well, what does that mean? I'm kind of confused.
Sir, that's not relevant. What can I do for you?
Well, it's very important because if you're new on the job there, maybe you might be trying to help me out, but you might not know the right avenues. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand, sir. I've been at this job long enough to help you as best as I can.
Okay, Whitney, I'm sure you remember Robert Bailey used to be the commissioner before then, right?
Robert Bailey? No, sir, that is never been our commissioner.
Okay, Rick Swearington is the commissioner, right? Am I correct on that? Of the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Okay, let me just tell you the situation, okay? I want to thank you. I want to thank you for the courtesy of not hanging up on me. I can't tell you the number of times I've been hung up on.
Okay.
I was in Panama City, Florida, in a laundromat. No, as a matter of fact, I wasn't in a laundromat. I was across the street, a busy 4-lane highway in my home, and there was a super loud car stereo. Did you ever hear them super loud car stereos in Tallahassee?
No, sir, I've never really had them up here.
All right, let me just explain to you.
See, she's a fucking liar because the thing is fuck. I've even talked to the Florida governor's office. They've admitted that they hear them. Linda Knight of let's see, Warren Davis admitted he hears them. Fonnie, the one that answers the phone, said she fucking hears them. Linda Knight of Florida Highway Safety, who's been there 36 years, said she's heard these boom cars. So it's like she's a fucking liar too. On top of that, and she's a conniver, and she fucking don't give a shit about nobody. And I'm just wondering exactly, did she suck dicks to get that fucking position or what?
Hey, I was in my home. The bass was so loud, it was like an earthquake was happening. So I went over to the laundromat. It's called Jeannie's Laundromat in Panama City, Florida. In good faith, I very politely said to the guy, I bought my cell phone with me because that way that would protect me for them to claim that I tried to be rude or something like that. So I very politely I said to the guy, I said, whose vehicle is that? It's a white Ford with tinted windows. He said, it's mine. Well, then as I'm making sure that he doesn't turn around and try to punch me, I got my cell phone camera on him at all times, and he knows it too. So anyway, what happens is, he turns down the system, throwing me a bunch of gang signs, which I put on YouTube there. And then what happened is the lady said, you can't be filming on our property. I said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to film to protect myself. And on top of that, I said, anything that's behind the counter is private property. I said, anywhere that you don't have to know my name is public space. So anyway, what happened was, because I was defending myself, the Panama City cops come there. This happened June 5th on a Sunday, where it was around 6:15, where I was trying to enjoy myself in my home across a 4-lane highway. And then next thing I know, the cops are coming. And then even though the cops weren't there, they're automatically deciding who the victim is. They're already deciding who the perpetrator is. They put a trespass warning on me, telling me that if I go back to that laundromat, I'm going to be arrested for what? Only trying to make our community civil? Now, if the cop wasn't there, how does he decide who the victim is and who the perpetrator is?
That's an excellent question, sir.
Pardon me?
That is an excellent question.
Yeah, and so here's the thing, miss. I'm known as a whistleblower. I'm the type of person there was a grocery store that was selling meat that had roaches in it, and they reviewed the video camera of it. And then when they found out exactly who was the one that was calling the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, a cop says to me, you come back to the store, we'll have you arrested. Now, in Target, there was a cop by the name of Blankenship in Panama City, Florida, where there was a book that was called The Cat That Robbed the Bank, and another one that called The Cat That Sniffed Glue. So I confronted the Target people. I said, what the hell are you doing with books in here encouraging kids to want to rob banks and sniff glue? Well, Officer Blankenship, I think that was his name, he came and said, if you come back to this store, you're going to be arrested. So what the cops do basically is they use trespass warnings to protect businesses that are doing criminal practices. Is that right?
Explain to me, sir, for criminal in nature.
No, okay, let me break it down for you, miss.
Listen to this bitch. I've already explained to her that they're crimes. Criminal in nature. See, these motherfuckers that are relatives of cops, they talk all the same fucking way.
Whitney Williams, I want to thank you for not hanging up on me, okay?
Okay.
All right. Jeffrey Scott Gage was arrested where the case number is 112766H, and then the other case number is 11002765CFMA in Bay County, Florida, of where there was a captain in Fayetteville that did a breaking and entering and concealing and lying in an official court proceeding where James Benson was the judge, threw out all the charges where this drug dealer had 6 pounds of pot. And see, here's the thing. Under 914 of the Florida statutes, to alter, conceal, or destroy an official investigation is a 5-year prison sentence. Now, my side was not included nowhere. Because if my side was included, they couldn't even put a trespass warning on me in the first place. And I've already tried going to the Bay County Sheriff's Department, Frank McKeithen. The secretary is Teresa England. I've tried going to the Panama City Police Department. Laura Olson happens to be the secretary. I can never get a hold of Scott Irvin. And so what's going on is, see, I was at a Friday Fest. That's a celebration that they have. I've got something called a PDF, Oath of Arrest and Prosecution. All you got to do is Google it. And I pass these flyers out at Friday Fest, and the cops don't like me because this paper I created is designed to put a dirty cop in prison.
Okay.
Now, in good faith, I'm calling the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. I couldn't get the names of the cops because they have little tiny badge names with mirrors on it and you know, and thin lines. I have also, Laura Olson, I've tried to make my community a better place of where I have been doing a one-man war, and I mean war. That doesn't mean I don't do anything that is violent. I'm a firm believer we need cops. I am not an anarchist. I am not somebody that's against government. I'm just trying to make government work better. I'm just trying to put oil in the machinery to make government work better. And then I'm the one that has the charges put against me. Now, this can be found out very easily by going to Panama City Police Department and over the phone there, or you could do it through fax, or you could do it through email. You could do an inquiry. I want to know who responded June 5th, 2016. Approximately 6 o'clock in the evening on a Sunday to Jeannie's Laundromat in Panama City, Florida. I want to know the cops that responded. I want to know the reason why a trespass warning is put on somebody who is only trying to safeguard their community